Good morning. So this is February 10th, 2025, and it's 9 a.m. I'm drinking my coffee and this Dixie cup. If you have never tried this, you should. They feel so good. They feel so good in your hand. I have my usual cups, but sometimes I really like this cup, so I bought a bunch of them from Walmart. So sometimes I drink that and drink my coffee, or if I do some tea, I drink in them. You know, it's the tiny things that you can feel happy about. And that's how I am. I feel happy about little things. So today I wanted to make one of these reflection videos. If you guys have been with me in this journey for a while, I started it May 27th, so in about 3-4 months it'll be anniversary for this channel. So thank you for coming and watching these videos. I know several of you guys keep coming from the very beginning. You have seen my journey, and I think yesterday one of you asked, and I'll respond to the comment. I haven't had a chance yet because thankfully a lot of you guys are engaging now, so I have a lot of comments to respond, which is a good thing. Thank you very much. So I'll respond to this comment. You're asking that if I'm a therapist or if I'm a coach. I'm a coach. I don't want to be a therapist because I think the roles of therapists, again, it depends, but I think therapy gives you the option to reflect and learn, but it just gets you to be good. That's, again, it's my opinion. And I'm not debating with anyone on that, even if you comment. Completely my opinion. And especially after divorce, when people are sad and whatnot is going on, they just get them to a good point and they just listen. Great, listening is great, but people still stay stuck in some way, and when things like that, not divorce, but things like that happens again, it pulls them back there. So coaching, what I do is, it's very different. Very simple way to say is, I think therapy is fixing the symptom. With my coaching, I help people to thrive, not survive. I make them unstoppable. I fix the root cause. So I'll share the story how or what all of this transpired if you haven't seen all my videos, because I know I have 710 or 11 videos already. And some of my friends who watch them, they say that they can't keep up with my videos because I have so many of them. I, of course, share them to help you guys who are going through this journey. Also, I make these videos because my life got so exciting, because it's like who I have become from point A to point B to point C is mind-blowing. Because the main thing that I teach in this channel and to my clients is the big difference of speaking, right? So thinking, speaking, action. You guys know where is my sheet that I used yesterday? Here. I'll actually start using a bigger sheet about that. TSA, thinking, speaking, action. So speaking is the most important part that no one talks about. Everybody wants to control the feeling, but guess what? Feeling is uncontrollable. Fastest way to get your feelings under control is speaking the right words. Speaking the right words. What I mean by that is the words that brings you joy and happiness. Any words that you speak, you can say something is good, something is beautiful. Like if you keep just a random point of view, if you were to go with me for a second. Say you are in a park and you have this, and imagine it's not winter, it's like spring or summer. This nice colorful flowers, you see this butterflies flying around and nice breeze. The air also has that nice smell of those flowers and all that. So you're just, you're talking about that, you're visualizing it, and then the words that you're using is the, oh, beautiful flowers and all that. Your mind has to change to a feel-good zone. And on the other hand, if you use the word, oh, terrible, the traffic was terrible, and then, I don't know, I went to the doctor's office and the line was so long, I was getting frustrated, the elevator was not working, I had to take the steps to 4th floor. See the difference? Immediately your feelings will change based on the words you are using to describe the situation, right? So it don't happen overnight. You have to kind of keep practicing it. They say that wherever your focus goes, that magnifies. Now, focus and feeling is so interconnected. Sometimes it's not even easy to push our focus from one thing to another, because the focus is kind of like a magnet. It wants to hold on to the things that is no longer serving you. You know that, but it's like it's such a tight magnet that is holding that thought. You cannot change it. So if you remember this rule of the TSA, the speaking, that I gotta use the, just make it a mantra. That's speaking. I have to speak positive words for me to control my feeling in the positive zone. It won't be all the time. As you keep practicing, there will be time where point A and point B, your mind will get here, but by practicing, you will live a lot less time here than here. So again, going with that, so I coach people, and you guys have seen my journey. I started in May 2024. My actual journey was before then, but I was still in my very tough situation when I started these videos, and I just started making the videos thinking that someday it will become somebody else's survival guide, because I knew that I'll be able to overcome that state, because in the past there were many difficult situations, like all of you guys probably had too, and I knew I was able to overcome. This time was the hardest of it all, because I lost my job and my marriage at the same time. So that was a big one to overcome. Not only because it was difficult, also because at my work I was working 24/7, giving it my all for months, and it was a sudden thing. So that was sudden, and then the marriage thing was sudden. But guess what? Now looking back, that made me so strong. I won't give it, I won't change even one thing, one afternoon, one evening, one conversation, because that is what made me who I am today, that I'm so proud of. I'm so happy, and I cannot describe it to you guys. Because if you don't believe me, you gotta go watch one of my the videos from 2024. There's a playlist named Personal Growth Daily Journal 2024, because initially the videos I used to make was the daily journal, and today's video I actually purposely wanted to make it like that, because I was life got very busy with my coaching business and the YouTube, making all of that, and I have other plans too. So I was kind of missing making this video. So today I was like, I'm gonna make one of those morning journaling video, because I almost feel like, even though I can't see any of you guys, that this is my time with all of you. Maybe someday when the time is right, everything is right, I'm gonna do a live chat with you guys in these videos, down the line at some point. So yeah, so I coach people. Initially I had no idea that this is how it'll all unfold, and I'm so happy, so grateful to God, because I believe in God. You can relate that with universe or whatever resonates with you. I had that trust, faith in God, that things will unfold the way it is meant to. And it was not easy every single day. Like I was saying, if you go to, I don't know, episode number 103, episode number 5, episode number even 250, None of those looks like the person I am today. And you can see it was a steady journey of that I was sad. So I remember initially when I created, I also had this in mind that life is life, meaning things happen and you get knocked down, and you get back up, you keep doing things. So in the past, whenever things like that happen, I would get back up and keep going. Let's say if I lost my job or something, but losing your marriage and job at the same time. So I was like, okay, if I can overcome this, because things could happen in the future, something that I don't even know at this point, and this will work as my own survival guide too. So what I would recommend for you is, if you're going through some difficult situation, keep a journal of it. If you write it down, good. But if you can make videos, even if, like, I don't know, a 30-second video once a week, like how you are feeling, how you are coping with it, that will inspire you to keep going. For me, I was keeping the progress record in a spreadsheet. I'm big into spreadsheet. I love spreadsheet. But I figured it was becoming too much work, or sometime I was not doing it. But then I was like, okay, I'm going to do public YouTube. It probably also because 5 years ago, I had 2 YouTube channels. One was around dating tips. Another was about leadership. So yeah, and I used to help people with the dating area. So now what I do is, because in 20 years, I also have the experience of corporate industry, people leadership. So I had the privilege of influencing people in a good way when there were so many situations in multiple different companies, 100, 200 people, impossible delivery. I made it happen. And I'm not saying I made it happen. What I'm saying is I influenced to help people to see the bigger picture, so that all those people could look at, like, okay, that is our mission, that's where we want to go. And even though it was impossible, because the time was impossible, the money was impossible, and the people and the technology resources was not enough, but we were creative. And of course, with me there were few more very creative people, great minds, that we were able to overcome those barriers. So that gave me the confidence that I knew that I can make that change in my life. I just didn't know how. And sometimes that's the thing, you have to leave the how to God, to universe, because your job is to say that, okay, I want to go from point A to point B. This is my version at point B, that I want to attract this life in my point B. My relationships are going to look great like this and this. This will be my dreams. I want to go to, I don't know, on a world tour. That's your dream. And start speaking about it, because, speaking is what makes it happen. Your career, I don't know, you want to earn $10 million? Say it, you want to earn $10 million. Don't be afraid of it. Money is not bad. Money can make a lot of things easier, not only for you, for people around you. Money is the biggest reason of stress for people. And you guys know, especially in today's world, especially if you're in the US, with a lot of stuff happening with government and jobs, so I don't have to tell you, money is not bad. So if you want to earn whatever you want to earn, does not matter who thinks what. Just say it. Just say it. Doesn't matter, right? Because that will give you the confidence to do the things that you always wanted to do but couldn't do, because people always worry about what other people think. 100 years from now, nobody's going to live in this world, so who cares? Go live your life just like the way you want it, right? And finally, the health, your physical health, emotional health, you got to take care of that. Like, the 4 quadrants I talk about. But the part the industry forgets is about your dreams. So you got to keep that in your mind. People talk about career, people talk about relationship and health and all of that. But if you look up, there's not much talk about your deepest desires and dreams. And since this is about divorce recovery and dating after divorce, the data from John Gottman's 45 years of study talks about that divorce rate from first marriage is 30 to 40%. Second marriage divorce rate is 60 to 70%. Third marriage divorce rate is 75%. And the top reason for that is if you have trauma or unresolved emotion from your first marriage, you are going to go with a person in the second marriage to attract similar type of person, and then you'll have the same issue. So what ends up happening is that the person at the first marriage is gone. Doesn't matter, right? You still have those things, because when a marriage breaks, there's two people are making it happen. Now the person, you as a person, if you take all the responsibility and you want to make things work for you, in the next marriage, you are the person who is going to attract the right person for you, and your second marriage will be successful. You won't be in that 60 to 70% statistics. You will be in that shorter, 30-40% range where it's a happy marriage. So to do that, you can only work on yourself, because your ex is gone. You can't make them change, and you don't have to. You don't want to. It doesn't matter, right? So live your life. Again, progress is possible. Some of the folks who come to the channel from comments, I know that you're still kind of going through challenges. Keep watching these videos, and sometime maybe here and there, go back to the time like 7 months ago, 8 months ago, see my videos and see it now. You will know. But I did work a lot on myself, a lot. Some of it was just within last year, and some of the tricks and tips, I knew from many years, because this is a field, human emotion, action, reaction, what influences us, what motivates us, and what creates what. I study a lot about that, so much so that probably I'd have had, I don't know, beyond PhD, because I love it. So I just keep studying things about it every single day, probably, because I love it. I love to learn how our mind, body, and soul connects, and that's how I try to help people, because when we feel that we are going against current and it feels heavy or difficult, it is because our mind, body, and soul is not connected. Our mind is telling us, oh, I can do all these things, I can keep going to the left because this is where I want to go, this is where a good life is. But your body is connected to the other side. The body wants to go to the right. Is it right? If you see, you guys see. So okay, imagine, because it's like a mirror. So if your mind wants to go to the left, your body wants to go to the right, that's when that struggle happens. But if your mind, body goes on the same side, your soul will follow too. The soul is a little too deep, so I won't talk about it as much, because for a lot of folks from religion perspective also, you guys may not connect. But just think of it, mind and body needs to be your brain and heart, needs to be in sync. Whenever it goes out of sync, that's when you have difficulty at work, talking to a friend, because your brain is saying something, your mind is saying something else. Because of some prior experience, because of some recent experience, because of your future vision, doesn't matter, right? So yeah, to the person, I'm a coach who makes the other person, the people I coach, unstoppable. I get their unstoppable version unlocked, because I did that for me. Because I was in a very sad place. Not only I got to a good place from there, I'm in an unstoppable zone now. So I am on a mission for people who are willing to work with me. I do one-on-one coaching offline, and I make this YouTube video so that some people who may not have the option or chance to meet with me, they can still get some help through this video, because I share tips, especially on the shorts. I share tips, and even in these videos, a friend of mine said it very nice way, that I have a nice nuggets of tips in these videos here and there, which I don't really plan for, but because my mind is completely in that zone, so I always keep sharing tips that work for in this situation, in divorce recovery and dating, because it is so important for you to work on yourself before you start dating, before you start getting serious about and get married the second time, because nobody wants to go through the same pain, right? Again, one more time. The first time itself, it was very sad. The second time, it is even harder. So imagine if there is a way for you to prevent it when you do it. So, do whatever necessary to get to that unstoppable zone, because whenever you're in that unstoppable zone, you're going to attract the right partner in your life, and then you'll live a happier life. Now, 10 years of happy life could be worth more than 30 years of sadness, wouldn't it be? You tell me, right? So that's what we are talking about. You don't want to rush. As you rush, you might end up settling with a person that again brings out the worst in you, and life is miserable every single day again. What's the point? So work on yourself, get to that zone, this unstoppable zone. And if you have questions or comments or whatever, let me know. And I have an email on the YouTube homepage. I hope you guys know how to go to the YouTube homepage. When you go to the YouTube, at the very top, there's a little description part. Click on that. If you go there, you'll see the description, and there I have the email contact. So if you know somebody who could use the help, tell them to reach out and share the link with them, and see when they watch some of the shorts, if they connect, they can see my own journey. So when I try to teach it, it is a lot based on my own experience, how I got from point A to point B to point C. I can unlock their hidden treasure in their mind that is sleeping. Okay, so with that, I'm gonna finish the video. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, but I gotta say this. As far progress goes, a lot of my earlier videos, you would see last year, I would talk about progress, my own progress. Sometimes I had to do day after day, and sometimes I noticed that I didn't make progress day after day. I had to go a week back. Sometimes I had to go a month back to see the progress that I made. And I remember some of the Monday videos used to be a little challenging because I always worked in the corporate world for 21 years. So not having a corporate job on Monday morning felt so different. But now, guess what? Monday morning, I did it my own way. I had coffee, and I actually had a muffin today. Banana nut muffin. It was so good. Also, yeah, because weekend was busy, and yesterday was busy. I had my clients meeting, the coaching that I'm doing, and it was a super busy day. But today, Monday, that's the part that your life can be so different. If you're going through this difficulty now, just give it time. It could be 3 months, it could be 8 months, it could be a year, I don't know. If you help, of course, it'll be faster. But life can be so beautiful. You just gotta keep going. Just keep going. Keep speaking the words that brings you joy. Where you wanna go, speak the words that brings you joy. That's the fastest way to change your feeling and fastest way to change your focus.